Brian Flores is suing the league for his firing from the Dolphins, as well as his inability to be hired by another team. Flores contends the league is discriminating against black coaching candidates and only interviewing them as a formality. The NFL says Flores' claims are without merit. Now, with the Jaguars as one of the few remaining teams yet to hire a head coach, this decision is getting that much more scrutiny. News4Jax reporter Scott Johnson has been looking into this. Scott?
Well, Mary, let's look at the current breakdown for African Americans in the NFL as far as leadership on teams. 70% of players, roughly, are black. 0 owners are. 7 general managers are. And only 1 head coach is. The head coach issue, that's the thing that's getting the most attention, particularly for the Jaguars, as they determine who they want to hire. The lawsuit filed by former Dolphins coach Brian Flores has sent shockwaves through the league.
The numbers speak for themselves as far as the hiring, firing, and the lack of opportunities for minority and black head coaches and executives in the National Football League. And we need to change.
That has put the Jaguars on the hot seat as they're one of the few remaining teams still looking for a coach. The only African-American candidate right now is Byron Leftwich. I spoke with former Jaguars player Leon Searcy about this.
You've got to ignore the noise, outside noise. If the Jaguars sincerely want to bring in Byron Leftwich and Wilson, then they should do it. Because
not because of law.
Yeah, because you can't be measured by all these other different entities. You've got to be your own entity.
While Searcy doesn't think the team should worry about outside pressure, Leftwich, if hired, wants to bring in his own general manager, Adrian Wilson. If they hire them, do you think that's good?
I think it's historic. I mean, you got a minority owner, you got a minority GM, you got a minority head coach. I mean, that's real change. That's real progress.
One issue this is putting in the spotlight is what's called the Rooney Rule, which requires teams to interview at least 2 minority candidates. But sports attorney John Phillips says with only 1 black head coach currently in the league, it's not producing a lot of results.
Interview quotas don't seem to make a difference when there's only 1 African-American coach in the league, despite churning out the vast majority of former players and current players.
And if you've been watching the last few nights, we've been spinning this wheel of coaches. As far as the current coaching candidates go, there is about 5 right now the Jaguars are looking at. We're going to send it back to you, Tom.